Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the live stream here on Tutorial Grid, the Tutorial Grid awesome live stream. So we're gonna wait a couple seconds and make sure all this stuff is going. It looks like we're going in 6 seconds. Good. So welcome to the live stream. So today what we're going to do is I'm just really kind of obsessed with like logo bumpers and stuff like that, and I love 3D. So one of the things I want to try to do is make kind of a design pop out of the ground in a completely monochromatic fashion. So I think that'll be something really cool to do. So yeah, make sure to keep watching because I think it's going to be something cool. So also you can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/avidproductions479, where we're also live streaming on Facebook Live. So hello people that are watching this at a later date, and hello to my YouTube live stream friends. Today we're going to be actually listening to one of my favorite bands. I got permission to use their music, so it's not going to get taken down like the last one did, by Oh Hiroshima. You can check out the link below in the description if you want to listen to it later, but I'm going to go ahead and start this. If it's too loud, please leave a comment and I will turn it down. So I'm going to try to talk as much as I can throughout this whole thing, throughout this whole process. So yeah, here we go. Hi Interflux. All right, so what should we do? Let's go composition, new comp. We call this mono because we're all gonna get mono by the time I'm done with this, and that is totally by the way, if you haven't seen the Snapchat video I did the other day for how to create a Snapchat ad, you should totally check that out. It's up in the tutorial section. So let's go 1920 1080, hit alright, there we go, and let's get started. Layer, new, solid, we're gonna call this mono. And let's start with element, put that on there, and let's bring in my crappy logo here. Hi Jay. Or I guess Interflux. You always bring a smile to my face when I see you on here. That's awesome. Alright, let's do layer, auto trace, and let's do, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of all this stuff because I don't need it. Also today I bought a new microphone stand, so I won't have this microphone in front of my face to where I can't see my keyboard or hand anymore. That's very exciting. It's like one of those cool like radio microphone stands that have like the arm and stuff that like swings. So I'm excited to get that in the mail on Friday. Alright, here we go. Pull this up. Delete that. Delete that. Bring this over. Oh, right there. Pull that up. Never sure why they create all these points. I'm sure they see that like the design doesn't have any type of curvature in it, but I don't know why it keeps giving me all these curved lines every time I do this. Just don't understand. Alright, where's my next line? Right there. Sure, I've got something. Yep, there it is, right up there. Alright. Pull this down Some more. Oh, come on. I don't know why my After Effects doesn't like to play nice. Even on my nice computer. Also, if anybody's interested, I am totally selling my Alienware laptop. If anybody wants a really nice Alienware laptop, I just have no use for it anymore. And I can even sign it if you want. It'll probably totally take down the resale value. Alright, bring this up here. Ugh. Your thing is too long. It's outside the listed length. Shush, After Effects. Shush. There you go. There's that. There's that right there. Delete, 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 delete. Delete. I just need to create just a regular OBJ object so I don't have to do this every single time. Oh, that would make things easier. But who has the time? I guess I could do that in my next episode. Who wants to see me be in 3ds Max next time? Maybe that would be a good one. I don't really do a whole lot in 3ds Max unless I'm paid to do it. So it could be fun. Pull this down. Take this about right there. Should be just about finished. Right there. Pull this there. Bring these up. Delete you. And delete you. Can you, from what you're currently working on? No, not really. The program that I put this into doesn't, I don't believe, exports out OBJ objects. I can totally try, but I'm not 100% sure. That's probably a good thing to try to figure out, though. Let's pull this out. Pull that there. Pull this here. Right there. Push this over. Almost finished. Almost finished. Right there. Cool. Perfect. All right. All of that for that. Perfect. Yeah, it kind of is the way this works in After Effects. It's kind of like you're creating a vector, but you're more or less creating a mask. So it can work the same as a vector, but it looks at it differently. I'm not 100% sure, but we can totally try that. We will try that tonight. We will try to make an OBJ object in After Effects. That might be fun. So let's go ahead and go over to our mono layer. Effects. Custom layers, custom text and masks. Turn that on to TG logo. Scene setup. And extrude. Boom. Extruded. Kind of. WTF? What is this? Okay, gotta go out. Turn you off. What? Well, that's just not fun. I don't know why it's doing that. It's odd. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna play with it anyway. Oh, that's why. Never mind. I'm an idiot sometimes. Strange it does that. Huh. Well, let's try it anyway. Alright, let's go to path resolution. High. Extreme. There it is. Alright, let's bring that back. Let's do some bevels, shall we? Let's go here. I want to expand the edges. And then a bevel. Nice sharp curve here. No curve. No curve. That works for me. Well, maybe I do want a curve. Let's try it. Let's do one curve. And let's do backs. Oh, no, it doesn't matter if I do back sides actually. Okay, so I do want to extrude it out quite a bit. I'm going to try something a little different. Okay, so my idea, what I see in my mind, I guess, is I want this to be like white on white, and the only thing that's going to differentiate this from the background is the shadow. So it's basically going to have a background, and it's going to come out of the background, and it's going to be white, and the background's going to be white, and then the shadow will differentiate it from the background whenever it comes out. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Let's do materials, physical materials. Let's put this red on there, but I don't want it to be red. I want it to be completely white. And I want it to be diffused a fairly good, okay amount. Yeah, we'll just turn it to 1. Glossiness. I do want it to be quite glossy. And reflective. I do want it to be reflective. But I want my environment multiplier to be down because I don't want to see it. I'm going to check on Facebook Live. Hi, people on Facebook Live. How did the video from the dive turn out, brother? What are you asking for the computer, brother? I need a good laptop. Cody, my laptop was probably around 1,000. It's a 4K Alienware. It's a really, really nice one. And dive video, it actually came out really good. So if all you people out in YouTube land, I do a lot of video stuff with a company called Sheepdog Impact Assistance here in Arkansas. And we went to a hot springs dive, and that's what he's talking about. And I did the video for it, and it looks really, really awesome. I just gotta find some time to put it all together. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this down right there. And we're gonna make this quite a bit bigger, fairly large, about right there. That looks good. All right, so let's put this down. And let's do the same thing. Let's see here. Where are my colors at? And we'll just do this. 1. Everything's 1, 0, 1, 58. Okay. There's that. Paint red. There we go. All right, here to white. Do 1. Glossiness all the way up. Environment all the way down. Reflectivity at 58. So you see what that does there. It's pretty much all completely exactly the same. I want to make sure that these layers are the same. 1. Okay. So the idea is to take our extrusion model here, alignment, we'll go to auxiliary animation, we'll turn this to channel 1. Let's move this up. So the idea is to have this thing pop out about right here, very similar to the radioactive button we did the other day. But it's going to just pop out of this background, so it'll go from nothing to then our final right there. So that's going to be our final look, and it's going to have this, and there's going to be like a shadow that goes down it, and it'll be all nice and pretty looking. At least that's the idea. And let's go ahead and set up the we need to set up a mirror for our background layer, that way all this stuff you can see all of it. Reflect mode to mirror surface right there, so just make sure our mirror is going to be our surface is going to be mirrored by our logo here. I'm going to do the same thing with this and change the reflectivity to a sphere. That way it's also going to be mirroring the things on the wall there. See that? Isn't that cool? Let's see what it does whenever we turn it to surface. And maybe turn that over a bit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, where's our mirror? Surface reflect mode, reflect rotation. Nope. Reflect rotation 90 degrees. Right there. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do, yeah, not environment, but spherical. That's gonna give our overall best look, because it's gonna give the entire surface of what we've got here. Okay, so I think we're just about done with this one. I'll go ahead and hit OK. Right, yeah, so this looks very unimpressive. Let's go layer, new camera, and let's do 35 mil. Makes that pop out just a little bit more. I'm wondering how far back I can push this. About right here, looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set up a light system. Layer, new lights, spot, looks good. There we go, that's looking a little bit better. Pull this up. Oh, that looks cool. So the idea is to light this like you would a car. So very top-down heavy. Okay, so there's that, but the problem is I don't have any shadows, so I'm going to need to change that. Move this over. Let's set up this guy right here. Move this over about right there. Let's do render settings and shadows, and go ahead and enable those shadows. Bazinga! We've got some crappy looking shadows. Map size, let's go to 8194. Looking a little better. Let's turn up the shadow samples a bit. Turn up the blur radius a bit. Maybe not so much. And spotlight, shadow depth, let's turn that down just a bit. Turn down the bias. It doesn't look too realistic, does it? Let's turn that back down. About right there. Alright, let's try messing with our light now. There should be... I really don't want this to be completely black. And in fact, I kind of want this to be further up. I want this to be more white. So, go ahead and bring that up a bit. I might want to put some more bevel on this just so I get a little bit more of a white outline. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's mess with this light here. And go light options, intensity, let's turn this up a bit. So yeah, that's gonna blow that out pretty bad. Okay, let's do, don't want the shadow to be insanely dark. About right, that looks pretty nice right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, let's see what happens if I push this a little further. Maybe do something like these. Oh, that looks cool. I like that. That looks really nice. So, I'll probably have to end up animating this entire thing. So it goes from like black to white. But I want to kind of see what this looks like animated. So I'll go to group 1. And since I set that onto an auxiliary channel, I'm going to go ahead and offset the Z, which I believe is this guy right here. Yep, I was correct. So this is going to be my ending position. So I want maybe at 3 seconds. Go ahead and keyframe that there. And pull this back a smidgen. And let's just go ahead and push this back into, that's forward. I keep forgetting. Like, not really forgetting, but forward is backwards and backwards is forwards. And push this all the way back here and zoop, done. So that's where we're going to go right there. And let's go ahead and see what this looks like whenever it pops out. It doesn't do anything. There it comes. Okay. Wow, my computer is going slow today. Whew. I am running like 5 programs in order to live stream this thing though, so. Daniel, welcome to the stream. Welcome. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, that looks pretty good. I mean, I can barely see what I'm doing because of all the programs that are running in order to make this happen. Let's do effects, element. So I've got these 2 layers here, group 1, and let's go to auxiliary channel, auxiliary 1, channel position, right here. All right, so I want to go ahead and easy ease this guy. I cannot wait to get that microphone stand. Alright, so it starts at about 1 second. It's looking pretty good. I don't like the fact that I've got so much banding. I wonder if I can change that. So project 8-bit. Let's go to 16. That helps a little bit. 32. Yeah, that helps alright. There's always so much banding whenever you're working with white. It sucks. Anyway, it's just what we're going to have to deal with. It's what we're going to have to deal with. Change this stuff. I got 4 people watching me. Welcome to the stream, people. I've also got 2 people on Facebook Live. Welcome to the stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, so let's go to our light here. I like the intensity. It's all right, but I'm going to have to mess with the positioning. here, position, and probably the orientation. So this is not where I want it to start. I want it to start fairly black. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do the Z space, which the Z space now is up and down. So I'm actually gonna have to mess with the Y space. So it goes X, Y, Z. I'm gonna go ahead and push this into the back, which might be easier if I go ahead and set the active camera to top. Boom, right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this out, which I believe, push it that way, do that, and I'm gonna go ahead and push this up into frame 5 seconds. I'm gonna push this back right here. And hopefully that will do something awesome. So let's go ahead and do 2 views, vertical and active. So where's my active camera? Active camera 1. So now I have a top view and the front view here. So let's see what this does. So it goes from black. I'm probably gonna have to speed this up a bit. Yeah, because our logo already has come out and I've got no movement on my light. So I'm going to need to move that up a lot. So from here, go ahead and move this up quite a bit. That way I can already get that sense that it's coming. Let's go ahead and look at this. And hopefully we'll get some stiff. Or I could do the other way. I can do this. I don't really like the way it moves. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm just going to mess with the light intensity. So I can go from, so this is where it comes in. So I'm going to start it from right here, and instead of moving the position, I'll change the intensity. So I'll push this up to about 5, push this down to 0. So now whenever it comes in, the light turns on and the logo comes out. And bazinga. That looks cool. Probably gonna have to mess with some curves just because I've got a lot of banding going on. Kind of want this to be a little bit more glossy. I was hoping there'd be, I think I'm gonna have to give this some more rim here. Let's see here, let's go back into our mono layer. Scene setup. All right, let's do. So the way I've got this set up is I've got a curve on the layer here. So let's see what happens if I put this to no curve. No curve. 0 curve. And let's do bevel size, maybe. Bevel depth, turn that down. Maybe pull this back just a smidgen because I see where there's quite a bit of room for error. About right there. I think that's as close as I'm going to be able to get it to that wall. Alright, so I've got the bevel size right there, and it's kind of extruding into my layer. So let's do expand edges just a smidgen and turn those edges down, which is going to completely ruin the look. So let's change our bevel size just a little bit. It's about right there. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see what that looks like. Right, that looks a little better, a little better. Let's see if we can mess with our lighting some more. Just a little bit, see if we can get this a little bit more white, because I want it to be a bit more white. Bring this into our background layer. Ooh, there we go. Got a little bit of rim right there. It's pretty nice. I kind of like that. So that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and watch that back. Cool. Cool, that looks pretty good. All right, so that's with the spotlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and now we're gonna try it with another light, just to give it another look, just in case I'm going to like it better. Because sometimes, you know, spot looks good, and sometimes it just sucks. That's just how that works. It's good to try a bunch of different types of lighting. Pull this up. Now this is fun. It's got a big old bright dot. Let's see what happens if I turn on my shadows for this layer, which it should already be on. I'm not sure why. Do I have my shadows turned off on this dude? Point, layer, light settings, cast shadows is on. Maybe it'll only work with a parallel light. I could totally be right. Alright, samples, parallel, shadow maps, spotlights, parallel. Yeah, it doesn't work with point. So let's go ahead and delete that. Boom. So layer, new, light, parallel. Alright. Holy hell. Pull this up. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, pull you up. And up. Push this down. It's kind of doing the same thing. So we might just have to go back to that one light. Because if it does the same thing, there's really no point in doing it. You know? Let's see here. Alright, let's go to mono. Let's go parallel light, shadow size. Turn this down. Yeah, that shadow size was freaking massive. Yeah, I'm already just not liking parallel light, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this one off. Haha. Easy does it. Easy does it. Okay. Let's go into advanced, gamma, blur, smoothing samples, use back faces. I think we'll be good on there. Let's try some ambient occlusion. Let's see what this does here. Let's enable some of that sweet, sweet sauce of ambient occlusion. Does this do anything for our comp? It does a little bit. Not a lot. A little bit. Alright. So, since we're kind of on the loop here, I got 35 minutes in. I don't want to take too long in creating one little simple logo like this. So, let's go ahead and add some curves. Looks pretty good. Kind of brightens up those banding issues right through here. And I might want to make my shadow depth a little bit more here. Go shadow depth. Maybe less. What happens if I do less? It's kind of nice. Nice and soft. Nice soft shadows. Cool. Very, very simple. Very simple. So how's everybody out in YouTube land? Everybody having a great day? Go. Check this back. Awesome. Looks good. Save that. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't make a comp, so I'm not saving it. We're really running a risk here by not saving it. But it's alright. Do one view, active cam, and let's just type in the name. Totally agreed. Let's go to... By the way, fun fact, my official font is Avenir. If anybody wants to download that. And my font for this is Nero. Remember that band? Or not that band, I guess it was a group. Nero. It was a good band. Back in the old dubstep days. Oh, dubstep. Alright, let's go to custom text and paths. Boom. Scene setup. Extrude. I want to extrude my second custom path here. Let's pull this down. I want to make that much, much, much larger because that is quite puny. Is a quite puny little name. Mucho largo. That's a little bit too big. Oops. Nope, way too big. That's a little better. And not as much bevel or extrude. I just want enough to say the words. Do the same thing I did with the last one. White. And diffuse 1, ambient 1, environmental multiplier 0, reflectivity 50. I think that's where we're at. I'm hearing a commercial. I don't want a commercial. Alright, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. I'll deal with it for now. Hit well, let's change this to an auxiliary path. So auxiliary animation channel 2. Hit OK. And turn off my text layer here. Looks pretty good. Okay. I need to change one thing. So the automatic setting for all the text, for some reason, is always having this really weird curve. And it makes it look, I mean, it looks fine, but it's just not the look that I want it to have, which is curvy. Pull this out here. There's one. But yeah, you see how it's curved? That's not the one I want. So let's go down there. Curve to 0. No curve. And maybe pull back the bevel depth a bit. An inside bevel. No, that awful. Just a little bit of bevel. Maybe like a 36 looks good. Boom. Let's do that. Hit OK. It's a little better. Maybe need to make it a little less extruded. I want it to be like virtually barely invisible. So over here. It looks as if my layer is actually a little further away from the background that I want it to be. Yeah, there it goes. All right, little further there. All right, let's extrude this a little less. Like I want it to be like barely there. Pull this down in the back. There we go. Okay. Looks a little better. Move the camera down. About right there. Cool. All right, well, I think that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to call it quits for the night. Everybody, thank you for watching the Tutorial Grid live stream. I appreciate you hanging out with me and shooting me some awesome messages. I see you Interflux have totally wrote down on the wall quite a bit. That's awesome. Hope you enjoyed this live stream on creating a kind of monochromatic logo design. Looks all right. But yeah, I'm going to finish it there. So everybody from Facebook Live, thank you for watching. Everybody from YouTube Live, thank you for joining me and commenting. And I'll see you real soon.